3, 2, 1, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ring Post Radio, the only show that makes sure you get a healthy serving of gene blasting. I'm your host, Ryan Knightstein. With me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, Scotty Edwards. Scotty, how you doing?
I was not ready for the gene blasting sentence, but I'm doing great. I haven't talked about wrestling in days. I've done a lot over the past couple days that isn't wrestling related, and I'm going on vacation, so I'm happy to be here, folks.
Yeah, baby.
It's a long episode. I'm already ready for it. I'm very ready for it.
Should we just get straight into it? Fuck the preamble and just go straight into it?
No, we live for the The people live for the preamble.
Yeah. We the people, of course. What's the preamble? Never mind. That's a little Constitution joke. Anyways, are we confirmed that Gene Blast is spelled Gene? Like, what if it's just like he just comes out with a pair of Wranglers on, and that's a Gene Blast for you?
I don't know. I don't think the people can handle that.
You're telling me? I agree. I don't think the people can handle for Yoda Tsuji and a nice pair of Wranglers. You know, like, what's in those jeans? You know what I mean? What's in that? I'm about to get Gene Blast. Oh, hold on. I don't know. Hold on.
All right, just toss the explicit on there now. Maybe shield the kids.
Yeah, hide the kids. Hide the kids for this one, I guess. Yeah, no. How are you doing? So you're going on vacation? When do you leave? Wednesday, I think.
I leave. So Thursday at like 4:30 in the morning.
Practically Wednesday.
So pretty much Wednesday. Like, I have decided, because we know how I work, I'm not gonna sleep.
Sure, that tracks. That tracks if you're typical.
And I think that's the best case. I'm gonna watch Dynamite, of course. I'm gonna watch Dynamite, and yeah, it's crazy. The past couple days. This has been my past couple days. Also, I just had a video playing in my ear that I couldn't pause for a minute, and that was highly frustrating. That being said, my past couple days have featured starting a new job, packing for vacation, my sister's graduation, and seeing a phenomenal film. And all I can still think about is the phenomenal film.
Ooh, sorry, sister.
No, if I think less about that, I'm not as emotional. So that's
fair enough.
As emotional, realizing, holy shit, I'm old.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main problem. But yeah, a lot going on. Wrestling's happening too. I squeezed in Dominion. I think I slept. I did not have much sleep yesterday. That's why. Thank God we didn't record last night.
Yeah, shouldn't be a shocker to anybody.
Would have dropped dead probably on the spot. But we're gonna talk G1 today, Dominion, gene blasting, anything else you can come up with. I'm excited, and Ryan's like, we're gonna very quickly talk about a few topics. I was like, buddy, this is the last podcast I'm doing for 2 weeks.
That's true.
If you think this is gonna be a little conversation, you're nuts.
That's true. You and I won't be talking for like a week and a half to almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks exact, because I'll come back. I think I walk in the door like right as Collision starts.
Yeah, on Saturday.
The first time. And then we'll record the next morning, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. And then a week after that, we're recording twice. So we'll make up for it. Shout out Forbidden Door.
Yeah, and if you want Scotty in the meantime, second season of Ryan Hasn't Seen Anything, it just started on the Patreon today. You can believe
with a recording we did months ago.
Let me see if I can get a date on that first recording.
Yes, please do.
Because we recorded that a century ago, practically. I feel like, where'd it go? Where are the goddamn files? Let's see. Is that correct?
December? Were you gonna say December?
That's not correct. This is great audio.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are live. This is
Jeez.
fantastic audio. This is
Have we considered maybe just letting it go?
I can't find it. All of them say May 31st, and that's definitely wrong. It might have been December. December sounds right. That sounds correct. That sounds probable.
That sounds right. That's definitely right. You know what? Let's just get into it now. The preamble has gone on.
Well, where are you going on vacation? I was going to ask that. What's your vacation?
I'm going the West Coast. We're going top of California to the bottom of California, all the way to Vegas.
Yeah, baby.
It's actually a family trip where we're going to see family,
Mhm.
and it's also turned into my sister's graduation trip as well. So we're having a little fun along the way. And they're like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
It's a good excuse. It's a good excuse to
Yeah.
what? How can I? Who was the person that pitched turning it someone into your sister's graduation gift?
I think my sister when we added the everything else.
I was about to say, I was like, because did that come before the Vegas pitch? Because
I think
someone
the family part probably more so came after.
that's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess we'll see family as well.
Yeah.
Well, after this vacation, I guess you'll be a regular West Coast pro. Anyways, let's get to the show. We got like Scotty already said, massive show for you, and we're gonna do our best. We'll talk about news later, but not only it's a Monday night, it's Ring Post Radio nights. I don't have a glass of wine for me, so I apologize for that. It's gonna be normal, dry Ring Post Radio, not a Ring Post Radio nights feeling here. But that won't stop us because we all have stuff to do. We're gonna be battling Monday Night Raw in 30 minutes. Not just on TV.
Watch out, ratings.
Watch out, ratings. We're gonna eat your heart out. Big competition tonight. But we got a lot of stuff to get to. Like you said, there has been a lot of shows in the past week that we did not miss. We did not cover. We did talk Double or Nothing. That's on the Patreon. You can listen to that. We did talk about that, but we got a bunch of other shows. Best of Super Junior Finals, Impact Under Siege, Stardom Flashing Champions, Night of Champions, NXT Battleground, all have not covered. We're going to be talking Dominion today. We're going to be previewing Impact Against All Odds and All Together again, the New Japan, All Japan Noah crossover show. And we got some news to start off the show. And what better news to get Scotty in the mood than the news from AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday when Tony Khan popped up on the screen. We all had a feeling, we all had an inkling about what this news was going to be. And the new news was, in fact, the return of CM Punk. He is official. They've officially announced him. He is no longer a special surprise as he might have wanted at first. However, he has been officially surprised on the and headlining, presumably, AEW Collision. So, Scotty, how do you feel?
Feel great. I feel great. It's a wonderful time to be an AEW fan. A wonderful time. The Elite's busy. The Blackpool Combat Club's doing a little bit of everything. And CM Punk is back. Oh, and I forgot. And the Bang Bang Gang's cooking, of course.
I want to real quickly also just do a quick interruption in your thing. AEW just tweeted out that Tony Khan will announce the first main event of AEW Collision on Wednesday.
We continue to cook because we have to sell more tickets. Because the United Center is expensive.
Yeah.
That being said, this is great. This is great. CM Punk's back in wrestling. The second coming of CM Punk. But if we were to really think about it, it's actually like the third or fourth coming of CM Punk.
Yeah. The semantics.
Semantics. It's fine. But I'm very excited. I think CM Punk, based off of all the rumors we've heard, he is going to have one hell of a start to the run back. He's got a lot of good opponents lined up for himself. So should be a lot of fun. Happy that we stopped with the what's it gonna be? And just said it. It makes everything better, makes the hype for Collision better. I cannot wait for that show.
Yeah, I've talked about on the show countless times in the past couple of weeks, saying that I sort of disagree with the surprise approach that it appeared that CM Punk was going to take. It seemed like that was the plan. That was the reports about why the WBD, not Scrum, but the presentation was all wonky. And that sort of obviously ruined the surprise to a certain extent. And then I also seeing the tickets go on sale and how rough they were. Obviously, the first day in Chicago has gotten a little bit better, but there was dates that were like sub 1,000. And I was like, oh. So yeah,
There's just not a market in Canada.
well, well, it was a great market in Canada last year in AEW.
Yeah, but didn't they go once?
The problem is, if I recall correctly, is that it's Forbidden Door is in Canada that sold like hotcakes, and then they announced
Yeah.
this, and it seems like everyone bought tickets for Forbidden Door, and they're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to Collision. And to be fair, that could also be like Rampage fatigue, which I don't blame people.
You know, no. You know why they're not selling correctly? We just have to say the truth, folks.
What's that?
Canada's impact country.
I don't know. I'm watching Under Siege. I feel like the Team Canada captain Scott Demore ate a bad one this past Friday. So
It's Canada country, baby.
but yeah, no. I think I said at the time. I think announcing CM Punk early is a better idea, especially after those ticket sales. Moving ticket wise, I saw that he sold another
1,000?
like 1,000 tickets for the Chicago show. I haven't
And they
seen
opened up a lot more.
and they opened up a lot. Yeah, they rearranged a bunch of things, sold 1,000 tickets, and rearranged a bunch of seating. But ultimately, they sold a couple more tickets. I don't know what the other markets, the other episodes are doing, but at the very least, I think I'm getting the impression based off of the ticket selling and everything. I think there's two things. One, I think there is sort of a Rampage fatigue, and announcing, oh, this is the new A show, and then it turning Rampage into very quickly a B show. I think there's maybe some fatigue there, and they're just sort of buyers in those markets that are weary of certain things, and I think that's completely fair of those markets, completely fair of those people
Yeah.
of like, I don't know if I want to do my bandwagon, especially since I'm going to Forbidden Door. That's going to be an expensive ticket, and yada yada yada. I think the other thing is, and I think that's a real conversation, is what happened when he was announced, when CM Punk was announced. You catch that crowd, and it is a wave of cheers and a wave of boos mixed together, and there might be a serious conversation to be had about CM Punk in this company. I think the good part about it is that there was a reaction on both sides. There wasn't silence. That's obviously the worst case scenario, but there is a thing to be said about it's mixed. It's mixed in that crowd, and we'll see what the rest of the crowds are doing. Chicago's obviously selling. The other ones weren't selling as well, so we'll see. And maybe this main event announcement Tony Khan has on Wednesday is going to be selling even more tickets.
John Cena had a mixed reaction.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Just saying. Cody Rhodes.
That's true too. Listen, if they put on good shows, people will go. That's it. That's all you got to do. And I think when it comes to the ticket sales for Collision, they're just waiting to see what these shows look like. Why? Because listen, if you're only giving me the people on the poster, I don't know how to feel yet. Make me want to go to that show, right? We've heard a lot more rumors since then about better matchups, more interesting matchups, more interesting people on the show. And I think that's how those tickets will start to sell, is just by bringing in entertaining professional wrestling. At the end of the day, that's what you want to do. Not we're long past, outside of the city of Chicago, we are long past one person selling out a building or being a complete ratings draw. I know people can try to tell me actually Roman Reigns is a ratings draw. I learned that the hard way this week. But other people aren't. Roman Reigns is finally a ratings draw. It only took 1,000 days. Plus 9 years before that. That being said, I had to get that joke. I think it's going to come down to what collisions look like and what Collision is. And I'll go the same for Dynamite, because Dynamite and Collision are both kind of stinking it up in Canada. And it's not great. Also, who goes to Regina, Canada? What a random location.
How dare you say that about the citizens of Regina?
Well, sorry. But I look forward to that main event announcement. I look forward to what the show turns out to be. I'm going to be watching. You're going to be watching. The world will be watching. There's something there, right, with the old WWE opening. The world is watching.
Hey, you know what I've always said. I'm excited for Collision.
I'm excited for Collision. But we can't talk about it much more until it just happens at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's in a weird sense. Now that they're not doing the surprise, I think doing these sort of weekly announcements is a good idea. It keeps Collision in the forefront of people's minds. It's constantly telling your audience that this is happening and things are happening. So yeah, I mean, if there's one would presume there we get the first main event match this Wednesday, and then maybe we get something else on the Wednesday after that. And then I think that's the Saturday after that is Collision officially. So, maybe there's something there. Maybe we'll get, I don't know what that other announcement would be, but who knows?
Controversy creates cash.
Exactly. But I'm excited about Collision. I'm excited for a new brand, and I hope, I'd like to imagine that with the star power that they are putting behind it, with the matches that are potentially behind it, that it could be something good. It just has to be sustained for long enough and continue and not dwindle.
Yeah.
It needs to be a consistent show.
Based off the rumors that I've heard, that we've all heard, this show's booked for me. Bang, bang, gang, Swerve, CM Punk. Come on, folks. What else do you need? Yeah. Blackpool Combat Club. They're on the other show. We can enjoy two shows at once.
Exactly.
That's the point of it. We got to have 2A shows for the first time ever in AEW. That's what we need.
I hope for the best. It was announced today that WWE and Twitch are official in their multi-year partnership. This deal includes a new companion sidecast on Twitch. Obviously, this rumored partnership has been in the world for the past 2 months, but it was official on Monday, that they will have a multi-year partnership and have a sidecast set to debut on Twitch tonight in 15 minutes, folks. Don't leave the show. The broadcast begins for Raw. Eastern Time will begin. The show will be the sidecast, I should say, will bring fans, quote, behind the scenes and closer to the in-ring action. Whatever that means, we don't know. It says the weekly viewing experience will be led by a rotating cast of hosts and will regularly feature appearance by W superstars, unique and exclusive content such as backstage interviews and more. I would have to imagine maybe it's one of those like WWE watch-along shows, and then they're also airing Raw, maybe? That's an idea. Can they air Raw properly? Or is it just going to be the watch along? I think that's the fair question, but we'll find out in 15 minutes. What do you think? And also, to be fair, the Twitch thing, hey, that's finally happening. Of course, WWE is going to be taking a cut of everything, but they're finally able to figure out this whole mess for the past couple years now, it feels like.
Yeah, good they figured out the mess. That's good for the wrestlers that can keep twitching. Is that a thing? Is that what they call it?
That's what that's what the kids these days call it. It's called twitching.
Okay. Well,
I think
congratulations to them. I have minimal thoughts about this. The watch along thing. Who the hell is going to watch that? I know think people will, but like, meh.
My only thought on it is that, and I'll check it out in 15 minutes to see what it looks like. But my only thought truly is that if it is a proper side cast of Monday Night Raw and then commercials, it's like this watch along stuff or whatever. If it's a proper, like, we're going to see Monday Night Raw on Twitch and this is like a side cast Twitch thing, I think that's fantastic for Raw. That is huge for Raw, and it's the additional thing that they're trying to do of these, let's put Raw on other systems. Let's get us to NBC as a simulcast. Sure. Let's do a Twitch as a simulcast. If we are getting that, I think that is going to be, that's good for WWE, and we'll see how it goes. If it's that, I think that's great. If it's not that, and it's just to watch along, no one will be watching it in forever. In like a week.
No other way I'm going to get to talk about this, so I'm going to call it news real quick.
Sure.
What a segment by Don Callis and Takeshita, huh? Huh? What a segment! I don't get to talk about this anywhere else. So what a segment!
You don't get to talk about it. Don't you have an AEW podcast as well?
No, I don't do that anymore. What? Well, different. But I don't get to talk about it. I don't get to talk, and I'm not going to talk about it until at least after vacation, and it will be old news by then because that's how the wrestling world works.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about it now.
Yeah, go for it.
What a segment! That's heat. Capital Heat. Heat. Konosuke Takeshita and Kenny Omega is going to be outstanding. Will it be the match of the year? I don't know. Talk to Omega and Ospreay and talk to blank and blank after the 25th. Then we'll talk. But it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. Don Callis is great at his job. Takeshita, great promo, great heat. I doubted turning him heel. I really did. I said, why would you do that to a guy that's red hot, babyface? They've quickly started to prove me wrong. We'll wait and see because we're not, 1 week doesn't just solve all the problems. But hot start.
I think my big this is not a big thing. I completely agree. All-time heat segment. That's how you properly get heat on TV without it being canned and pumped in through the loudspeakers in the arena.
Dominic.
Someone disagreed with me saying that Dominic has canned heat, but whatever. It's true. You can hear it. It's very obvious that you can hear it, but that's besides the point. All-time segment, all-time heel work from Don Callis. I would like to see what kind of heat Takeshita gets without Don Callis and just wrestling, obviously, because that will be the true mark of whether or not this works. Because it's obviously Don Callis is getting all of the heat, and then we're trying to shift the heat to Takeshita. The question is, will that be successful? And I'm interested to see what that will look like.
Me as well.
Other news announced at Dominion, which we'll review in momentarily, was the participants of the G1 Climax 33. The full list was announced during the show with a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, and a lot of first timers in this tournament.
So I thought, we're gonna go back to the 20. No. We went up to 32.
Yeah, so that will probably be a lot of matches between July 15th and August 13th. Our participants are a lot of obvious ones: Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, Will Ospreay, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Stop me when you have something on any of these people. David Finlay, Shota Umino.
Oh wait, no, we're gonna review Dominion. Never mind. Good.
Okay. Shota Umino, it's his first G1 Climax. Shingo Takagi, Tomohiro Ishii, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa returning from MCL tear. He had an injury. I forget what it was.
Guy was gone forever.
Hikuleo making his first G1 Climax. Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, Toru Yano, Kenta, Zack Sabre.
I saw his face. No, time out. We're stopping at Toru Yano. That's the first person we're stopping at. When I saw his face, I said, fuck. I was like, why is this? And then I was like, did they said 32 beforehand, right?
I don't recall. I don't think people knew, because
I
remember
popped up.
I remember distinctly like Chris Samsa tweeting out a thing that was like, if it's 32 or if it's 20, whatever it is, 24. So I don't think it was known until just then. At least I did.
Yeah, well, either way, Toru Yano, second worst person in this. Continue.
New Defy champion Kenta. Zack Sabre, which, by the way, going back to Hikuleo, it's his first one. That never open title reign for Hikuleo. They did this before with Chase Owens of the tag team belts, I believe. They've done this before. They do this before with. Oh no, they did it with Chase Owens with the never openweight title belt.
KOPW.
Thank you. Where it's just like they give someone a title to do a quick elevation so that they can get into the G1 Climax. New Japan does every once in a while, but yeah, it's cool to see. It's a good idea.
Suffering.
Taichi, AEW wrestler Eddie Kingston making his first ever debut.
I want to give myself a back Pat, I went on another show to preview Dominion the other day
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't get to. And I said Eddie Kingston, and I was right. So shout out to me. Very happy about Eddie getting in the G1. Obviously, one of the most exciting entries this year by far. The only thing I'm upset about after looking at this field and seeing that he's scheduled for Independence Day, why couldn't we leave Lance Archer in? Like, I know he's not going to go back to AEW and do stuff. I know he's not. You know he's not. He's going back to Japan in July.
Yeah.
Why can't we just leave him in?
I believe I saw on the Observer or in an interview or something where Lance Archer said that he was dealing with torn triceps, and he's been dealing with that for a while now. But yes, but
That's
even then, it's based on that Dominion match. I think he's fine.
He looked fine to me.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to just have 8-minute sprints, I'm okay with that too. Be the big change up of the tournament.
Yeah, no,
Shout out Eddie though.
That's possible. Eddie Kingston is I think that's fantastic. More and more, the more I see it, and his AEW and all this stuff, and the fact that he's not really used much, not really used at all in AEW, and he's now just like a Ring of Honor wrestler, which is funny that he was AEW announced. It really should be Ring of Honor and kayfabe. I don't know, man. I feel like I think there's a chance that Eddie could be like, at the end of his near the end of his contract in AEW, and he just goes fully into New Japan. I could fully see that with Eddie
That'd
Kingston.
be so beast.
I would love that so much. Would totally be into that. I mean,
they book him better. They're about to give him a title.
Eddie Kingston? You think they're going to give Eddie Kingston a title?
I think they're going to give him the strong title because people like Eddie Kingston. No one gives a shit about Kenta.
That's true.
In the year 2023.
I want to give him the. I want to give a KOPW title match against Taichi.
Who says no?
Maybe a match against Shingo.
Who says no? We could just do both of those in the G1, and I would not be upset.
Yeah, that's actually that's fully possible.
This tournament where we can do it.
That's fully possible. El Phantasmo, Ren Narita. You have a thing about El Phantasmo?
Very intrigued by El Phantasmo as a babyface in this tournament.
Yes, I think there's a good chance this is going to be like his babyface trial tournament. Where we change up a gimmick and then, hey, set them off into a tournament to have them figure it out. Red Narita making his debut in the G1 Climax. Evil, Chase Owens, Jeff.
I slammed something when I saw this. I was like, why? Why do you have what does he have on you that you keep bringing back this useless sack of shit?
God.
Not a good guy. I wasn't speaking out. Fuck him.
That's fair. Jeff Cobb, Great O'Khan, Aaron Hanare, Gabe Kidd, and Alex Coughlin, 2 new members of Bullet Club making their G1 Climax debuts.
Big pop.
Shane Haste, I believe, making his G1 Climax debut along with Mikey Nichols.
Yep. Very happy for Shane Haste.
I'll say this. Excited for Shane Haste singles matches. Those Mikey Nichols ones are gonna be rough.
I would bet money this was Aussie Open.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was definitely Aussie Open.
That's probable.
Hurts a little bit.
I mean, it's
I like Shane Haste.
It's TMDK, so there's like a chance that like they want to do TMDK separately because maybe they're building up TMDK for a tag title match. But yeah, you're right. I think there's a possibility. Looking at that, I think that could have been Aussie Open. Now, well, take that back. If anything, it would have been maybe Kyle Fletcher somewhere because at this point they knew that Mark Davis was injured.
Yeah, no Mikey Nichols.
If they had to replace anyone and put in Kyle Fletcher,
Chase Owens.
Well, we know that's not going to happen.
We have to pick people that are believable. Then Mikey Nichols.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Ren Narita,
but I don't take Ren Narita out over Mikey Nichols.
But I'll take Ren Narita out to put in Kyle Fletcher. do that easy.
We weren't taking any of the young guys out.
That might be true.
It's kind of the big focus right now.
That's probably true. Gabe Kidd, Alex Coughlin, Shane Hayes, Mikey Nichols, Yoda Suji, and from Noah, Kaito Kiyomiya.
He didn't even get the Noah logo. This is obviously the big one. Like, I know Eddie's big for like people in America, but like Kaito Kiyomiya is not only going to be in the G1, he's likely going to miss the N1.
That's
because
true.
There's so much overlap.
That is true. He is probably going to miss the N1. I mean, unless he's insane and does the same schedule, which is probably impossible. You're right.
He might die.
Yeah,
that's a lot of matches.
You're right. He is probably missing the N1. I didn't think about that.
So that brings up a good segue into what our show is next week as we talk about the G1 here. We had the chance to talk to Justin Nipper of Pro Wrestling Noah, and he talked about how he would like Kaito Kiyomiya to get a headline highlight type big match against someone, or Kaito Kiyomiya to get that.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get 7 in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And he's gonna be in the same block with Yano, Owens, Mad, Mikey Nichols.
They have to, yeah, if he's winning the block. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Kaito Kiyomiya in here is exciting. I do think losing him in the N1 stinks. But that being the case, having him in the G1 Climax, you would think is a fantastic idea. Great match, great for him, because he is going to get way better as a wrestler in the G1 Climax than the N1, which is with a bunch of guys he's wrestled constantly. This would be a really good spot to get him better, and presumably, if you're Noah, you're ultimately getting more eyes on Noah in the process. I would presume we will get. This is where we're going to get the Kazuchika Okada singles match. I have to presume along this tour, probably the final night or something. And I fucking can't wait.
Block final maybe.
No, I don't know if they'll do Kaito in the block final. That would be
if you put enough stinkers with them.
If you put stinkers, maybe you put Eddie Kingston in there just so it's like,
Eddie and Kaito. I would put in there with him to give him a good block, but one that he can win.
Yeah.
I give him Tanahashi.
Oh, yeah.
Kaito and Tanahashi, big match.
Yeah.
Ishii, who I was shocked by the way, being in this, but when there was 32 people, I guess I should have been.
Maybe Ishii was the Kyle Fletcher.
That's very possible.
Ishii, always wanting to leave the G1, can't leave because of injury.
I don't think he wants to. I think they want him to leave.
That's
the
fair.
G1.
That's fair. He does keep saying yes.
Be happy. I'd put in there. I put Evil, and then you can put like Hanare and Shane Hayes or Mikey Nichols.
I think that's too many scrubs. Well, then
I put in someone that can win.
Do we know if it's 4 blocks or 2?
I gave him Tanahashi.
That's fair.
I'm gonna guess it's 4.
Yeah, I was also gonna guess 4. Which that would be interesting. I mean, how'd you like the 4 blocks? If it is the 4 blocks, are you excited to see that back?
I hated the 4 blocks, but it's 7 matches now for each instead of 6, so a little bit better.
One more match is better than.
Well, it could be one more good match.
That's true. As long as they're short. What I liked about it.
I'm telling the people now, I will not watch a single Chase Owens or Toru Yano match. There's no shot in hell.
I specifically want Chase Owens and Toru Yano in the same block. That's what I want.
Oh, I do too.
Does can we do the D block and it's Chase Owens, Toru Yano, Mad Mikey Nichols? It's like all the scrubs.
The D block was a banger last year.
Yujiro Takahashi isn't in this, is he? Did I read?
No, Yujiro got screwed. Yujiro got screwed over Chase Owens.
Would you rather have Yujiro than Chase Owens?
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember that one match with Kota Ibushi, which was sick. Chase Owens hasn't given me one match that was sick.
And I can still hang my hat on the Ibushi match.
The Ibushi shock. The Yujiro shock. But yeah, this is a good field, all things considered.
I think I would love if one of the blocks is just like 90s Puro. Like, so we have Taichi, we have Eddie Kingston, we have Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yeah.
Like, let's just
That would
lean
be the
into
best
it.
block.
I would
And
love
Sonata.
that.
Gotta get Sonata in there for Muto.
Sonata.
Mutoism.
That would be. I don't know if Sonata would be in there because I don't think he would be in the same block as Kaito. But yeah, that would be fun.
I've decided what block I
Kenta. Oh, Kenta. And he's doing modern Kenta Noah stuff. Ooh, that would be good.
Here's the block we do need.
Let's do it. Let's do a Noah block.
We need the Shota Umino, Ren Narita, Yoda Tsuji, and Kazuchika Okada block. So he bullies the children.
Let's do Okada and all of the first timers.
Oh, and Kiyomiya.
Let's do
So we can bully him again.
Let's do, because how do we do 32 divided by 4 is what? 8?
8.
So yeah, so let's do Okada, Kaito Kiyomiya, Shane Hayes, Mikey Nichols, Gabe Kidd, Alex Coughlin, Shota Umino, Ren Narita, and I need one more. Is there one more?
That's it.
I thought that was. Oh, that is 8. Yeah. So so we do Okada. Every other first timer except for Eddie Kingston.
Bully Tsuji.
Yeah.
No bullying Tsuji.
Let's just do that. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Just fuck it.
Well, that's the interesting thing. They're building a lot of stories right now that we also have to keep track of. Like, where's the Okada Kaito story going to end up in this? Where's the Okada Umino story going to end up in this?
Yeah.
And then many other stories that, we'll kind of get to through Dominion. But it's exciting.
It will be interesting. I joke about like Okada versus all the first timers. Excuse me, and that would be very interesting. But I do honestly think this could be the spot where we get the Shota Okada singles match, the Kaito Okada singles match. Other matches, Eddie Kingston. Let's just do Eddie Kingston. You know what I mean? So it could be. I just want Eddie Kingston versus everybody. This could be the spot. I mean, looking at this lineup, depending how the blocks shape out, I'm excited, man. This looks good. This looks good.
I think for me, it's like I'm excited for half.
Really? Why is that?
All right, let's go through the people I don't care about.
All right. Kazuchika Okada. Whoa, what the?
Whoa, hot takes right off the rip. David Finlay.
Yeah.
Tangaloa.
I think David Finlay could be better coming out of the G1 Climax. I think this guy also needs it.
That would be nice. Tangaloa. No offense, Tangaloa. Hey, maybe Tangaloa is different now. Guy hasn't wrestled in 7 years, but maybe he's different now. Hikuleo.
Notice he didn't say Tamatonga.
To an extent. Yeah, I think Tamatonga is interesting to me now.
He's earned it.
Might be a hot take, but singles Hiroki Goto.
Ooh, interesting. He's a depends on the.
So that's
person.
4. Toru Yano.
5.
Current Kenta.
6.
Evil.
7.
Chase Owens.
8. It's a whole block.
Aaron Henare.
9.
Mikey Nichols.
10.
All right, so that's not bad. That's not bad.
10. But you got an entire block there.
And then some. But that's okay. I can live with that. I'm excited. That being said, I am excited. And I think we should all be excited about this show.
Yeah, I think it's a very excited tournament.
Whatever the hell.
And like I said, depending how the blocks shake out, I am very excited for it. Moving on to the rest of the show. Obviously, like I said, there's a bunch of shows that we did not talk about that all happened. So we're going to do some quick hits. Hit around the base a little bit. Starting off with the Best of Super Juniors finals, which was ultimately just one match. And that match was Teton versus Master Wato. Scotty, what did you think of this encounter?
I thought it was great. Well, though it hurts a little more talking about it now because we are not in the age of the Grandmaster. That being said, Teton's awesome. Wato is awesome. It was the match that Watto needed. He needed this performance, not just the win, the performance. That goes with the match prior. Who did he face? Speedball? Speedball? Was
Yes,
it Speedball?
Watto. Faced Speedball, and Despy faced Teton.
Right. Those were both. Those were. I thought before the semifinals, Watto had no like great performances, and then I thought he finished the tournament very strong. And I was happy that he got the win here. And Teton's your new Dragon Link.
Real quickly, I muted myself out on accident. Real quickly, I'm watching right now the WWE Raw sidecast. And would you like to know what is on Twitch.tv for this WWE Raw sidecast, Scotty?
No, but sure.
So it is just a 3-person screen of Megan, who I think is one of like the interview ladies, that one dude from the bump, and Drew Gulak, and they are just watching WWE Raw off screen. We are not watching it, so it is just a watch along of something that we cannot watch. They cannot. So you're telling me that they could not air Monday Night Raw onto Twitch? That is the result of that. That is a disappointment. And if they can build a community on Twitch, then cool. But I'm not watching Twitch anymore. There we go. Anyways, best of Super Junior finals. Yeah, I thought this was fantastic. I liked the Teton Despy match a little bit more than this match, but this match was fantastic. I was hooting and hollering. I thought Teton's performance was out of this freaking world. I thought this guy killed it. I thought he looked so good. I thought Master Watto looked really good. This was the best. I think we said it about the Speedball match. That was like the best Watto performance we've ever seen. This ultimately was the best Watto match I've ever seen in my life. We're throwing out he's the Grand Master, yada yada yada. Ultimately didn't become that in championship title, and I don't think the Dominion match was as good as this final. But Watto, for me, for a very long time, was a stinky sock sort of wrestler. If you know that reference, you get it. And I think the stink is off now. I think Master Watto has gotten a lot better. I think that he is not just a guy you hand wave. I do think, however, he might be a guy where it sort of depends on the person. I don't think Hiromu worked for me as much as it did for like Mike Bailey and Teton against Master Watto. But that being said, I mean, that's world of improvements from where he was a year ago, where I'm just like, I do not want to see this guy on my screen whatsoever. He's gotten the confidence. He has figured out that sort of like he's almost like an enhanced young lion in terms of like he what he should be doing. The type of match he excels in is basically getting the shit kicked out of him and constantly overcoming that by all means.
He's a good underdog.
Great underdog, I'll say. And also perfectly built up with Teton over the course of the semifinals and the Hiromu match. We do the surprise win of beating Hiromu to win the block or win his block. And then does the what's the Muto finisher? Mutalock. He does the Mutalock. Then he gets that surprising win. Then he does the same finisher to tap out Despy. And then we get to hear that moment where he goes for it and he goes for the Mutalock. And you lock it in. You're like, holy shit, he's about to win this. And Watto just barely gets to the ropes. It's just a perfect build. I thought Teton was great in here. I thought this match was really great. And yeah, I want to see more Teton. I mean, Watto, great. I saw more at Dominion. I want more Teton, baby.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get more Teton, but because he works for CMLL first and foremost, but we'll get more than we've had of Teton, and I think that's enough at this point. He's excellent. I thought Master Watto had his star-making performance, truthfully, because how hot that crowd was. That crowd was incredible at the Best of Super Junior final. So I'm excited to see where Watto goes. Excited to see what's next for Teton, because I do think he's their new Dragon Lee in a lot of ways, and that's why they used this tournament as they did to get him to that level.
Impact Under Siege that took place on May 26th. What were your sort of overall thoughts and any sort of matches that you really enjoyed from this pay-per-view?
The show was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Completely agree.
I thought the subculture team was a lot better than I expected them to be after
Mhm.
not seeing them for years, probably at this point.
Sure.
I thought Trey Miguel and Chris Sabin was good for what it was, but obviously they're telling a longer story, which I'm okay with. Um, the women's match, of course, Deanna and Jordan Grace had another good match. Not for me as good as the last one, but still good. And Steve Macklin's a badass.
Yeah, I've said previously on this show that Steve Macklin just needed something to sort of get him over the hump and make him more like official as a competitor. And the match itself wasn't like the most like most of the stuff that like he's not like a work rate guy necessarily. I think he's a good multi-man wrestler, and through here I think he's a good hardcore wrestler. But the stuff he did, what he was able to like just mutilate PCO while being mutilated in the process, and that lasting visual of him, his hams are as
Yeah.
Scott D'Amore puts the Impact title around his waist, and him just gushing buckets of blood in the middle of the ring is like that's the visual you hang your hat on. That is a star-making picture right there. The match
Yeah.
itself I thought was really good, and I just love the amount of punishment that PCO still can take. Like this almost feels like a perfect PCO swan song of a match. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Crazy.
I thought just Steve Macklin just it's something that he needed. I think he needed this. I think he still needs more, but I think this was something he needed.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him the opponent I was hoping they'd give him next. And I think that's the important part. Giving him Alex Shelley. I think Alex Shelley's the guy that give him the other side of the coin in terms of in ring. I think Alex Shelley's the perfect guy to wrestle from underneath against Alex Shelley because you have the story of him maybe finally becoming world champion Impact for the first time ever to go against Macklin, who's finally feeling like a heel.
Yeah.
Because to me, Macklin always felt like a guy that should just be a babyface, but they're making a heel,
Mhm.
like MJF. Very different, but kind of the same scenario. And I thought this was a great way to get Macklin over. So shout out to PCO for going through what he did. This was a really good Impact show.
This was a really good Impact show, and I'll say it here. I think was Scotty here. Step over to the side for with me. Just do a quick sidebar. Just quick sidebar. Just do you mind?
Yeah.
Was Double or Nothing the worst show of the weekend? It might have been. I don't want to like upset the freakazoids. You know how I'm a freakazoid and everything, but
folks, he just said
no.
Battleground was better than Double or Nothing, and he's not wrong.
I mean, the two main event matches were fantastic, but
yeah, if you cut out the two main event matches, it is unquestionably the worst match of the weekend. It's not even up for debate at that point.
Yeah. And at the very least, I don't think with Impact, Battleground had one great match. Night Champions had some really good matches. Like every other show, pretty much had like, I think like 3.25 plus star matches.
Their lows weren't as low.
There were, yeah, that's my point. It's like the lows on like all these other shows. Just thinking about it in my head, weren't as low as Double or Nothing, and that had some lows. But anyway,
they had two very high highs.
Mm-hmm.
But
oof. Stardom, Flashing Champions. I will say this, Scotty. The one show I was not able to get to in the past week. I'm gonna watch it probably tomorrow. I just have not gotten to it. But what
the times are cooking?
What should I watch? What should I watch from this show?
The last two matches. You like uncertainty?
Yeah.
You like nothing that? Oh my God, Rossy Ogawa You are going out of your mind lately, and I love every bit of it. Shout out to you, my guy. We have a double champion in Tam Nakano. Mina Shirakawa is no more. And I said on pretty much every podcast I was on, going into her title win, she would have one successful title defense. I was right. Now, did I think she was losing to Tam? No, not even a little. That being said, I respect it. I was more upset that Restart lost than I was that Mina lost. Because Restart felt fresh, felt new, but we're going on a different story. We're going on a different story with them, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, Rossi Gao's out of his mind. I very much respect it. We are going chaos to the absolute max.
Yeah.
These days, Queen's Quest is breaking at the seams. We have a generational battle that Suzu Suzuki's leading of all people. She just walked into the company, but I love it. Yeah, we're going crazy, and we have a double champion for the second time ever. So
I'm
there you
excited.
go.
I'm excited, baby. This is. I think Stardom has needed like a fresh coat of paint in a weird way, and like the chaos of everything feels great. You know, just it feels like I love the generational battle. I'm really into that.
Rossi's doing. This is how I explain it. Rossi is doing what New Japan should have done when they started to get like when everything started to feel the same a little bit.
Sure.
He's doing it before they got there.
Yeah.
Like before they fully got there, and it makes it that much more exciting. He had like that little short period before the start of the year, and he's like, all right, that's enough. Let's just throw shit at the fan, see what happens.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think Stardom's got an interesting summer ahead. We got the 5-star announced as well, right? We got the
they got the packed 20-person GP where there's like people missing. There's people missing. The G1 has people I need to take out. This has people missing.
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Tournaments. I love tournaments.
Night of Champions took place in Saudi Arabia. And again, I don't like talking about Saudi Arabia events for WWE because
that crowd was pretty good, though.
The crowds are always good, but I don't like talking about it too much about Saudi Arabia just because, again, they are not a great country by moral and ethical standards. I like to make that clear every single time we do one of these reviews. That all being said, I thought the show was pretty good.
Good WWE show.
Yeah, it was a good WWE show. I thought the Seth Rollins AJ Styles match was really, really good.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus, I think, did a good job of being able to work at the level and age that she is. Gunther Ali was fantastic.
Oh, that was so good.
Asuka Bianca Belair was a little bit of a disappointment. Rhea Ripley Natalia was nothing.
It was exactly what it should have been.
Brock and Cody, interesting.
A little bit of disappointment.
But like 100%, they were doing something, you know?
Yeah.
Like something was happening, and we're building to SummerSlam now with them. So it's an interesting one to say the least. And then, yeah, I mean, I didn't see Roman Reigns necessarily winning, but you know, that was a fairly good. I think that was a fairly good Roman main event that I thought.
I loved the main event because it was the spectacle.
Yeah,
we always say it's the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one thing WWE does better than anyone else. They live to those moments. I thought the Usos turning was great. I thought the way they sold that and Sammy getting his moment finally, even if it wasn't necessarily the moment we all think he should have had.
Yeah,
it was a great moment. Great way to close the show. Best AJ Styles has looked in years.
Yeah, he came to play.
Years. Mm-hmm. And it might be because of his opponent, but that's besides the point. I know people hate Seth Rollins, but it's true after a while that he gets the best out of a lot of people. And yeah, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali was fantastic.
A great sub 10-minute match. Just
exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfectly well done. I'm loving Gunther's reign. I think he's just phenomenal. You know I'm a Walter stan, but Gunther's been nailing it.
Might be a Gunther stan soon.
I'm part of the Gunther gang, baby.
We got one
NXT
more show.
NXT Battleground took place on Sunday, the same day as Double or Nothing, and I thought the show was really, really good. With one great match in here. I thought the triple threat for
Take
the
that.
next North American title was good. The Heritage Cup thing was good, but it was just like
Overbooked NXT shit.
overbooked NXT shit, and like it was great wrestlers dealing with like wrestling in 2.5 minute intervals, which is just like not enough to really do anything, and then you get overbooking at the end. So it's like it was good, it was good wrestlers. So I don't know.
Yeah. I've seen the Heritage Cup deliver good matches. Dragon Lee's not a guy I would put in a Heritage Cup match because he should just be going, going, going.
Agreed, agreed. The non-stop, the stopping starting for Dragon Lee is not what I want to see. I don't like. It
Yeah.
works for a
Guy almost
heel.
died, by the way,
It
on
works
that
for a
power
heel
bomb.
and Noam Dar. Oh, that power
Right.
bomb. I don't think it was supposed to be a power bomb, but I don't know what was supposed to happen there.
They played
Honestly,
to it though.
it
Very well.
worked. It worked. Yeah, they know what he knows what he's doing. Dragon Lee
Yeah.
knows what he's doing.
Noam Dar's pretty good. It's a shame that the match wasn't good,
Yeah,
or match wasn't as good as it should have been.
I thought Tiffany Stratton Liar Valkyrie was good for what it was. I thought Hayes Breaker was good. The tag title match was good. The best match on the show by far, Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak, and the last man standing match. This match fucking rocked, my guy. This. Oh my god, this match ruled. They did do that WBism of like yelling at the other person, and whatnot. But he's yelling at him and then hitting him with kendo sticks, and then like you saw his body and how like scarred and bruised it was immediately. But then you look at his goddamn arm, and on his wrist and his forearm are just these bulges that are caused by this kendo stick. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, this man might have broken his arm.
These dudes rule. There's my analysis for this match. These dudes rule. They had a Gunther Dragunov match. Dijak, I can't believe they put this guy in a mask on the main roster and didn't do anything with him. He's tall, he's excellent. Like what did you do to this guy? I'm happy he can still go out there and do this. He didn't get ruined.
Yeah.
And Dragunov's phenomenal. He is right. He's just a step below for me under Gunther as in terms of best in the company.
Yeah, I think he is so good. You know what? He is so good. He is like the Grand Master to Master Wato's mastership. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? Like his level of selling and underdogness is just next level. And that's why like matches against like someone like Dijak, against someone like Gunther, that's why like those matches succeed, is like him getting the ultimate victory against these just behemoths is fantastic. He is their WWE's next level underdog. That being said, I obviously do fear him being on the main roster at some point. I don't know if it will work. They've certainly dropped all the Russian elements from him, and that works. But I fear that Vince McMahon will see this man and immediately make him heel and immediately do all that stuff when he is the best at being a babyface and being an underdog. So I have concerns about that, but we'll see. Right now, I'm loving what Dijak is doing. I'm really loving what Ilya Dragunov is doing, and I just want to see more of Dragunov. That's what I walked away with.
Yeah, I think with the rumor he might join Imperium on call up, and while I instantly say, uh-oh, I will say that does give the potential for the long-term turn babyface against Gunther.
And he wins the IC title out of Gunther?
I mean, I'm gonna guess Gunther loses it way before that because I don't think he's gonna. I think they said call up by like SummerSlam.
Sure.
But I wouldn't be upset if that were the plan. That would be a great plan because Dragunov's that good. Dragunov is in a league of his own, and in terms of baby faces, I think not only WWE but almost most of North America.
Yeah.
he's just exceptional. And yeah, everyone should watch this match. They didn't. I know a lot of people look at NXT and be like, "Yep, not watching that." Watch this. This is the best match on NXT since the Black and Gold era.
Um, you know what I'm thinking
Since
about?
probably Walter and Ilya Dragunov.
You know what I'm thinking about in terms of like Dragunov joining the main roster and joining the not bloodline, joining the thing. I gave
Just
away
thinking
the
of him
ending.
pointing to the sky.
Well, I'm giving away the ending here is just like
We
this
the ones,
idea of
baby.
like giving away the ending of just like him being in like Imperium and then maybe eventually winning the title off of Gunther and turning on all this stuff and being the underdog is exactly the Sami Zayn storyline.
Yeah,
except winning, right. Except winning the title.
Yeah, pretty much.
WWE. They tell stories. Sometimes
we just praise them twice.
I'm not gonna dog them yet, but that seems like that's a good WWE pathway for them to go on. And if they do that, that's the same exact story, and people are gonna say they tell stories. It's just they tell.
I watched this show and I said, I still am happy I didn't go, but it would have maybe been better than watching Double or Nothing.
Yeah, it was certainly a really good show and a big win for WWE this weekend. And yeah, very, very good show.
WWE's doing really well business-wise right now.
They're firing on all cylinders.
They freaking sold out a house show.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like today or something.
Well, not today. Today's Monday.
They could do. Oh yeah, I guess they're not doing it today.
And it's 8:26.
Look, man, I went to Twitch to watch Raw and nothing was there.
Yeah, sure. I think it was yesterday, actually. So.
They should have done what Impact does, or I don't know if they still do it with Melissa Santos, where they air Raw on Twitch and then
who's there, Melissa Santos?
Drew Gulak apparently. They got all the people in the bump. They can get one of them on there, or they just do a panel of like 3 people like they're doing, but that's just during the commercial breaks.
It's not. I remember watching it, in fact, with the Melissa Santos era on Twitch.
Me too. Anyways, Dominion took place on Sunday. This show, it weirdly got like a weird mixed reaction almost on Twitter. But I think for all like the New Japan fans, this was a really good show. It's a great show. And then like a lot of other people was like, I don't know about this show. So it was a weird reaction, but let's go through this show.
So we'll give you the right reaction.
Exactly, Rice. IWGP US Heavyweight Title number 1 contendership match. Will Ospreay defeats Lance Archer. What do you think about this 8-minute match?
Love the sprint. Big fan of the sprint. We don't do the sprint enough these days.
No.
This was like a step or 2 below Gunther and Mustafa Ali. Never thought I'd say that. At Night of Champions, but it was still really good. Love Lance Archer in New Japan. I think he's so fresh here every time he's here. And Will Ospreay's Will Ospreay. So
yeah, Will Ospreay is looking better here than the Tanahashi match, which is good. He got a little bit more time to heal. So he's looking a little bit better here. Lance Archer looks good. I like the mask that he came out to. I like that a lot. Very, very good sprint. And people that are upset about it, I mean, I get like maybe you wanted a longer match, but it's not about this. This is the stepping stone to Omega Ospreay 2 at Forbidden Door. That is
people want is longer matches, and I'm kind of sick of it.
You know what? I'm also I was gonna bring this up during the Sonata Yoda Tsuji match, and I'll bring it up here. Do you feel like New Japan might be entering a short match phase? At least we're getting. I should say this instead of short match phase. Getting out of the epic match phase.
I wouldn't say they're going to get out
of
it. I think it's still going to be a New Japan staple, but I think they are getting out of the 40-minute plus match phase for a while, because I think they have big cards because they got a lot of talent right now. Since so they don't have to just focus on the main events like they were during the pandemic. And I think it's kind of based off of the competitor. Like I don't think Yota Tsuji could have done a 35-minute match.
And we've talked about Sonata I don't want to see a 35
Right.
plus
This
minute
is
match.
probably Sonata thing, truthfully.
Yeah.
He doesn't like doing them.
He's not good at them.
I wonder why he doesn't like them. He's a lot better at the 25 and under match, because 25 and under, it's those extra 5 minutes that really kill you in a Sonata match, and you're like, all right, can we just get to the wrestling, please?
Yeah.
And he just gets to the wrestling now, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think we're a little bit out of the epic. There will be epic still. I think it just depends on the scenario, and right now we are in the scenario where Sonata is better not doing that. I mean, Hiromu and Kanemaru is what, 30 something minutes?
Yeah.
That was like the longest match of the past couple months, and that was great. I love that match.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a very good opener. 8-man tag team match. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi Shingo and Naito and Titan defeat Doki, Taichi, Taka Michinoku, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I thought this was a completely fine tag. That's it. Moving on, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match. Francisco Akira and TJP versus Kevin Knight and Kushida. Catch 22 win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. And then following the match, Clark Connors comes out in his Bullet Club garb. He says he's going to challenge Catch 22 with his partner. He looks to the back, and instead, Dan Maloney turns on Catch 22, takes him out, and officially leaves United Empire and joins Bullet Club.
Yeah, Maloney stinks. The match was fine. I feel like you should have just kept the reign going for Akira and TJP, truthfully, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that thought. I feel like I like this match. I thought it was really good. I thought
Good fast paced match.
It was a good fast paced match. I thought Kushida looked good. I think Kevin Knight looked really good. I think him being in the Super Junior, albeit he wasn't necessarily like the best out there, I think he definitely gave him a lot more confidence, especially in this crowd setting. So that's good for him. And I get that. I get like wanting to just keep the reign going, but at the same time, like it's the junior tag titles. Like I'm totally okay if that's flopping all over the place, as long as it makes
I'm
sense.
saying because like they had a record reign going.
As long as it makes sense, Noah.
We don't talk about the junior division. we don't do that. No.
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Any other thoughts on this match?
No thoughts on the match, but
any thoughts
Drilla.
on Drilla Killa joining Bullet Club?
That means he's gonna be around more.
That is true. That's
a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's very boring. Great finisher. That's it.
I do like his vibes for Bullet Club. I think of the 4 new people, maybe not 4 new people, but the 4 people with David Finlay at the end there. I like his vibes for Bullet Club. There's something about it.
He's easily the worst of them, for my money.
That's fair.
Well, no, maybe not. No, that's including David Finlay too.
I'm frustrated because you're basing that off his Super Juniors, which was bad when he's had.
That's all matches. I need to base it off of. We sing the song of "If you have a tournament, you're gonna be better," and this guy stunk it up.
Fair enough. New Japan World TV title match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Jeff Cobb. Obviously, the match previously was a draw, a time limit draw. And here they went for more of a sprint and finished this match in 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Didn't go to the buzzer, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I had a lot of fun with it. It was good. Another good sprint. We had 3 sprints in the first 4 matches.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty much. This match I thought was pretty good. I like Jeff Cobb's technical wrestling a lot. Like there's just something about seeing this man scrap about. You know what I mean?
He was an Olympic wrestler.
That's true. that is true, and that is fair. Yeah, I thought this match was pretty good. I don't really have like huge takes on this match that I can think of, but
no, it was a good match. That is what it was. It was a good wrestling match.
Yeah. I like Zack Sabre Jr.'s World TV title holder. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, too bad he's gonna get swallowed by the King of Television.
That's fair. Do you think Samoa Joe, if they ever do that match, do you think Samoa Joe wins it, or do you think there's?
Maybe if they ever do that match, it's clearly happening at Forbidden Door.
Fair enough. Do you think they do it title for title, and do you think Samoa Joe wins it, or do you think they're gonna put both titles on Zack Sabre Jr.?
I think they put both titles on Zachy
I think you're right as well.
to get Samoa Joe away from Ring of Honor.
That's true. They can put him, and so they can put him on Collision. That might be
His name's being called.
That's
for
true.
Collision.
That is true. IWGP tag team title holders. IWGP vacant titles on the line, along with the New Japan Strong Openweight tag team titles, and a three-way here. Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi end up winning the match against Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Aaron Hanare and Great Okan. What do you think about this match?
Great energy to the match.
Good chaos.
Good chaos. Chaos won. So there you go.
Chaos always wins in New Japan.
This is why House of Torture exists.
Yeah.
This type of match. Because you get the big babyface win in the end. It's like, yay, it was worth it.
Any like non-stop chaotic multi-man nonsense that House of Torture in, that is prime House of Torture, where they ultimately lose, I should also say.
Yeah.
Like
or Mark Davis versus Evil.
Okay. You want a hot take? Scotty?
Remember Evil versus Tamatonga?
I love that match. You want ready for a hot take, Scotty?
Give me a hot take.
Evil, House of Torture, yada yada yada. 6-man against. I know you're all thinking House of Black. No, BCC. Give me a chaotic ass 6-man where we're just flying all over the ring like the Lucha Brothers match, but more chaotic in the sense of shenanigans happening all over the place.
Yeah, and you have Wheeler Yuta and Dick Togo trading back and forth.
I want Dick Togo flying off the ring through that table. And that
no, put Wheeler Yuta in the match. Have it be Danielson and Dick Togo. I think that would be 10 times funnier.
Yeah, fuck the Danielson Okada match, dude. Danielson and Dick Togo.
No, not at Forbidden Door.
But I think House of Torture versus BCC will actually be a great match.
It would be beast.
It would be really good, and I stand by that claim. Anyways, yeah, this match was really good. I love the picture of Sho low blowing Great Okan so hard that his eyes bulge out. His eyes almost pop out of his head.
Evil's gonna be world champion again.
Really?
But it's gonna be when he's a babyface.
You think Evil's gonna turn babyface? When do you think that's happening?
I don't know. Someday. I'm just saying when it happens.
If Tamatonga can go babyface, then Evil can go babyface.
Evil's so popular in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are unbelievably popular. That when he turns babyface, whether it's to like, I don't know, save Sonata or something.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm just thinking of what would be a reason he turned babyface. Mm-hmm. The crowd's gonna absolutely lose their minds, and I think they should do that someday. But not right now, because I think with the crowds back, they're actually still kind of they are still working.
Yeah.
Because it is like a fresh feeling. But I'd pair them up. I want Evil to just have one really good G1 match. One.
Yeah.
Just give me one.
Yeah.
Let him wrestle one match.
Well, like that's the thing, is that I don't think Evil's really that good in a singles match situation, other than against Tamatonga, of course. Like
I thought he used to be good.
I think he was fine.
He had a good match with Okada once upon a time with the title on the line, or was it in G1?
Yeah, but that was like 2017 or something.
Okay, so that's when he was just big. That was when he was a normal wrestler.
That was 5 years ago at this point. The man,
he's been a heel for 7.
How old is this man? 36. The man's in the prime of his career.
I know, and he's a heel. Let the guy cook one more time.
All right.
That match with Hiromu was fun too. When Hiromu beat him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The New Japan Cup coming out of the pandemic. Yeah. Not coming out of. Super in the pandemic. Never openweight title match. David Finlay versus El Phantasmo. I'll just say
it was the worst match on the show.
Yeah. I'll just say, what How do you feel about my David Finlay take of? I don't think he's that good. I don't think he works well as a heel. He's like Jay White, way light. It's
I
just
don't even think he's like Jay White. I think he's just a fraud.
oof, oof.
He's not like Jay White because Jay White, like he had good matches. You would think there would be like more than maybe one New Japan Cup match that was good.
Yeah,
They get worse. As the Savages come out to play, David Finlay gets stinkier and stinkier. His Bullet Club Savages, minus Dan Maloney, are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Alex Cog. I don't really know how I feel about Alex Coughlin in Bullet Club yet, but I like Alex Coughlin having a thing.
Oh yeah, I should say as Alex Coughlin came out of Gabriel Kidd came out of the tag titles, and they're in Bullet Club too. I don't like Alex Coughlin in Bullet Club. He sticks out like such a sore thumb in that crowd.
He'll be the big baby face that comes out of it.
I think so. I think he works better as a baby face, like a Ishii type baby face kind of guy than a heel. He doesn't have the charisma that Bullet Club requires.
And I mean, none of them do.
I think Clark Connors has a little bit of a charisma.
Clark Connors looked hot. You're right.
But again, he had a tournament to figure out his gimmick.
Yeah.
No one else does.
But they have the G1.
Well, that's true.
All three of them do. Dan Maloney stinks. Okay, let's just accept this. He ain't redeeming himself. Done. In the bin you go.
Wow.
Welcome to Dick Togo country, buddy.
Wow, I think that's way too harsh to give him.
You're right. Dick Togo's so much better. Anyways, let's move on. El Phantasmo's a good baby face. I think he'll get better with the G1.
Yeah, I think this match kind of stunk. One was it was a little bit too long. It's 19 minutes. A little bit too long. But I think El Phantasmo
longer than the main event.
Yeah, that's true. By 2 whole minutes. I think El Phantasmo's figuring himself out as a babyface. I think he did good stuff. I could totally see him as like he was like a young Omega Osprey sort of thing, where it's like he is not at the Omega Osprey level that they are at, but they're at like Osprey just coming into New Japan. Omega Bullet Club singles sort of wrestler. Like he's an established person, but he is still figuring himself out. And I think he has the sky's the limit still for El Phantasmo. That all being said, David Finlay, again, someone that is trying to figure out their babyface gimmick. David Finlay, I don't think has still figured out his heel gimmick. I don't think he works. I don't think this works for him. So it was a bad match made in hell.
I don't think El Phantasmo has that potential. I think he's gonna be like his max is like Osprey in the junior division.
I mean
but as a heavyweight, which
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Maybe not in ring wise. I don't think he touches that.
Sure.
I don't think I'm gonna see an El Phantasmo 5-star match anytime soon. Sure. Yeah, David Finlay. Oh, buddy. He's getting worse and worse and worse for me. And the problem is, and this is how you know it's getting worse. He's had 2 people to work off of that the fans love in Tama Tonga and El Phantasmo, and the matches just have no energy. Yeah. They're just flat.
Yeah. I say it every time in terms of like, I think tournaments are good at people figuring out their gimmicks. I'm really interested to see a post G1 Climax David Finlay. Very interested to see, because he
works better as a baby.
I agree. I think he works way better as a babyface, but I also think that I want to see what he looks like post G1 Climax, and if he still doesn't work, we have to abandon the ship. We have to abandon the ship. It's not working. Bullet Club,
they're not gonna.
Is dead. Bullet Club dead.
Has been dead.
I know.
That's why we're on the Bang Bang Gang, baby. That's the only Bullet Club that is good. And mind you, Bullet Club Gold is the 2 people that were just the better versions of David Finlay.
Ooh, yeah.
Juice Robinson was the reason they had any juice in that tag team. And Jay White was much better than David Finlay. As much as Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton want to try to convince me otherwise. hey, you guys do great work. I respect you. You can come on the show anytime. But you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially over Jay White.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title match: Hiromu Takahashi versus Master Wato. We kind of touched on this, but what did you think overall of this match?
That was good. Not great.
Yeah, it wasn't as good following the Teton match and following the Speedball match.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We don't have a lot to say about that one.
I've decided they're going for the Hiromu long reign for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. He's going to Dragon Gate to face Yamato. That's pretty beast.
That's pretty cool.
That's something new for Hiromu.
Mm-hmm.
We like new things for Hiromu.
Yeah.
We don't get that all that much. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully he can, find some spots maybe to keep himself busy while the G1 happens, because this is probably his last defense for a long time in a New Japan ring. So let's hope.
Yeah, because we got the G1 Climax July to August, and then it will be the Junior Tag League, and then it'll be Tag League. He's probably not winning it. He's probably not doing anything until Wrestle Kingdom.
Power struggle.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe a finals.
And maybe a crossover.
Maybe a tag league. Maybe a tag league finals. Maybe.
Him and Teton?
No, I was thinking him and Teton is probably what's going to happen. But I was thinking heavyweight tag league finals, and they do like him versus he got pinned in the junior tag league or whatever, versus whoever.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Anyways, never open weight 6-man tag team title match. Chaos Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, and the team member of Hiroshi Tanahashi were able to defeat Shota Umino, Jon Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli. What did you think of this match?
Unquestionably my match of the night. Yeah, I didn't think anything came close to this.
Came close? Wow.
I didn't think the main event came close to this. Yota Tsuji doing a lot of cool moves. Didn't come close to this.
Yeah, sure.
This was everything these 6 should be doing. To the very end. Jon Moxley in New Japan it hits something else. It hits another level. Him and Ishii, oh baby, the moment they lock eyes on each other, they go to another level. Hiroshi Tanahashi, he was like the least important player in this match, which is really weird because I just said it's Hiroshi Tanahashi. But hey, it doesn't matter. He did his spots great. We got to see him and Claudio a little bit. We got to see Claudio and everyone a little bit. And that's really what mattered. I watched this. I was like, this is the Claudio I've been looking for since he left WWE. I want all of this. I want him clubbing the shit out of people and forearming people to hell. He's had great matches. He's been a great wrestler. But this can be that next level. Claudio Castagnoli. Kazuchika Okada and Shota Umino. I mean, guys. They found their thing. I know. Yota Tsuji's the big hot ticket. He's making jeans blast and stuff like that, whatever you said. That's fine. But they are doing something very specific with Mr. Umino here. They have paired him with the ace of the damn company for a reason. They're doing the Kaito Kiyomiya story with this guy, but in their own company, so there will be a real payoff. There's going to be a real payoff to Kaito too. Clearly, the guys in the G1. That being said, it's working really well. Shota had a swagger to him. Shota wrestling more that rugged style of Blackpool Combat Club fit him very well, I thought.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's comfortable with these two. I don't even know how many times he's talked to Claudio Castagnoli, but he felt comfortable with them. This should have been the semi-main event. I know it wasn't supposed to be, but I'm happy it was because, that Hiromu Master Wato match would have suffered even more.
Yeah.
If this went before. And Kazuchika Okada, I mean, what can I say about this guy that's not been said already? Bully Okada is the best thing that he's done in years. And then I'm talking about the guy that's been one of the best in the world for years. But this is a different case. Him slapping Shota's head. I watched that video like 10 times. It's the funniest thing. I don't know. Someone clipped in and I keep watching it. I'm like, this is the funniest thing ever. This was great. Everything was supposed to be in more.
If I'm not mistaken, currently Okada is your match wrestler of the year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is. Shout out to Kazuchika. I was worried after he lost the title that he wouldn't be,
Yeah, same.
but he is.
He's doing good. Do you think Tanahashi? We keep talking about Naito and Shota Umino, and we haven't really think about it. But I think these never open weight tag team titles. If they all had a baby, I think that baby would have been Shota Umino. You know what I mean? Like, there's something. I think that's where you boil you boil down Ishii, Okada, and Tanahashi, and you get Shota Umino.
That's a good recipe.
That's a good recipe. That's a pretty
long
good
term.
Recipe.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, get the Naito shit out of here. It's those three guys are what Shota Umino should be.
He's lost a lot of the Naito stuff,
as he should.
Outside of like the hair, I guess.
Yeah, but that
which
feels
is like that's just
more,
his hair.
Yeah, that feels more. And almost sometimes feels more Tanahashi than anything.
Ever since that Naito match, he's went away from that style, and it's been perfect. It's been everything I want Shooter to be, and I think you're right. There was not a he besides doing the Moxie walk, which was very funny. He did feel more like a New Japan wrestler, but with that Blackpool Combat Club attitude.
Yeah.
And I think that's his best recipe moving forward.
I agree. Main event, IWGP.
Did you like Claudio?
Yeah, I like Claudio. I would want to see more Claudio in New Japan. I don't know how
I'd like
to
see Claudio maybe not fresh off the plane.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that Claudio's just a machine, so it's just that's what it is.
He's built like a machine. In this match, I was like, is this the most jacked he's ever been? He's huge.
I think just the lighting's different. Like he feels huge. Yeah. He's taller than every single person under the sun. I would like.
You don't realize how tall he is when he wrestles. When he wrestled in WWE, but now he's like a giant.
I don't know if it'll ever happen, but like, let's do Claudio and someone else in Tag League. You know what I mean? That now knowing that he's not in the G1 Climax or anything, can we do like Claudio and
send Utes with them?
Well, it's heavyweights, and Yuta's a junior, so they're not going to do that. I don't
care. We can lie. Zack Sabre Jr. has been a heavyweight for a decade.
I know. But you know how New Japan is. Yeah, I mean, you send Moxley over? I don't know.
Put him a Shooter.
Put him a Shooter. Why not? That's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic.
Well, Shooter by default is part of the group.
I agree. Main event, IWGP
World. No. You skipped the best part of the show.
You go ahead. Oh, my apologies, sir. Following the match,
the real Gene Blaster of the show.
Oh God, and that's Gene as in Jean. That he is a Gene Blaster. No, because that's denim. And he doesn't wear denim, does he? Is that a vegan thing?
I don't know.
No. Anyways, we get a video package. A man's walking through the desert. A man is talking about how good of a wrestler Okada is, and knowing that Okada wants to wrestle him, well, guess what? I will wrestle you. And I'll beat your ass. Because when you wrestle me, I'm the litmus test. And when you wrestle me, I am a freaking desert. Because it's not going to rain over here. Because I am Bryan Danielson. Okada accepts the challenge and says the Forbidden Door shall be open. So it looks like at Forbidden Door 2, it will be Kazuchika Okada versus Bryan Danielson.
I know that Kenny and Ospreay 2 is going to main event. But how?
Yeah.
This is listen. We're getting the biggest women's and men's dream matches in like a 3-month span. Like things that weren't dreamable.
Yeah.
5 years ago, we will now get both of them. Do people ask, why is Bryan Danielson not wrestling? Because he wants to be healthy for this.
Tony Khan is wrapping him in bubble wrap specifically for this match.
Yeah. Did you watch what the hell was the match? Anarchy in the Arena? Do you realize who was the most non-useful match, who didn't bleed a speck, who was just like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm disappearing for a while.
Yep.
Bryan Danielson. And it's because we're not missing out on Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada. No, 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 no. That's the dream match. When he walked out, that was the match. Everyone was like, oh, we want him in the G1. We want him in the G1. Because they didn't think they could get this match any other way.
Yeah.
We got it. We're getting it. Forbidden Door is going to... Listen, last year's Forbidden Door was great. This Forbidden Door is blowing the doors off that last one. It's not even a question. I don't even care what else is on this show.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this match, man. You have no idea. This match should rule. Forbidden Doors going to freaking rule. Omega Ospreay 2. Danielson Okada. BCC versus HOT.
Sabre Jr. versus Joseph. Samoan Joseph.
I mean, Samoa Joe, Zack Sabre Jr. That's good. I'll sign me up for that.
15 minutes or less.
What
else?
It wouldn't even have anything for the Young Bucks.
Not yet.
And
Let's get
Page.
Darby, Sting, and Shingo back in the ring together right
now. Dudes of attitude. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's my team right there.
Like we don't. Yeah, we legitimately. I mean, if anything, it might be like a 6-man of Hangman and the Young Bucks versus somebody.
Put them against the Blackpool Combat Club and Shota.
Who? Blackpool Combat Club and Shota versus Sting, Darby, and
the bad dude. Yeah, the bad dudes with attitude. That's a match.
I don't know. HOT is right there, my guy. Who do you put the Young Bucks against? Do you just do a tag title match? Because isn't that what they wanted to do last year? Was the Young Bucks in a tag title match?
I don't know.
I feel like that's what they wanted to do last year. If I recall, I'm trying to recall. But if not, then Bishamon versus the Young Bucks. We already did that on Rampage.
Put them against Desperado and someone.
Put him against Great O'Khan. And
if you say Aaron Henare, I will punch you.
I was gonna say Jeff Cobb.
Okay, that's better.
Put him against Toru Yano and Chase Owens. All right, main event IWGP World Heavyweight Title match. Sonata defeats Yota Tsuji. It was not quite Yota Tsuji's time here at Dominion, but I thought he did really well in this match. We showcased a lot of cool moves. This man's working his rate off. And I like the storytelling of the match. Of he's constantly destroying Sonata, but because of the spear Sonata took a month ago or whatever, and the spear he took early in the match, Sonata constantly dodged that spear and had a really good match. And it made Yota Tsuji, that style of match, and telling that short style of match, is it allowed Yota Tsuji to look dominant, to show off all of his moves and look really good, while Sonata walking away looking smart and looking like he was able to figure out Yota Tsuji and one-up him on that spear. So I think it achieved all things correctly and made both guys look good in defeat and in win.
Yeah, he dodged the only move he knew that Yota Tsuji had, and he dodged it. And he dodged after the first one. He got hit with it early.
But that was a nice little reminder about the match.
Yeah. I thought they did really well. I'm actually happy. I know a lot of people were upset, and I was upset because I expected the generational switch in terms of both Wato and Tsuji winning. And it was interesting because I saw a lot of people being like, "If that match didn't tell you, Yota Tsuji's the guy, I don't know what will." And I was like, okay, he did a lot of cool moves. I understand that. But I'm gonna need to see him do the whole match aspect. This was the introduction to Yota Tsuji, as it should have been.
Yeah.
But there's still, I think, layers that I'm grateful the G1 are gonna give him.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of that, he's going to be a finished product, hopefully, or close to a finished product.
Yeah.
And then I can really see who Yoda Tsuji is. The fact that they have him, Shooter, and Yuya, and Narita, but Narita's obviously, we know what his standing is. But him and Shooter as their like next big main event guys, I mean, how could you not be happy as a company?
Yoda Tsuji is so fascinating to watch because it's like this guy wanted to go to Lucha, go to CMLL for so bad. He did that, got the Rev Pro stuff in him as well. And like you also think about like, and I wonder often about like how much like influence maybe the young lions experience while they're watching the matches, like what they learn from those stuff. And you think to yourself, like, I'm looking at Yoda Tsuji and I'm like, man, this guy was a young lion during like peak Kenny Omega in New Japan days. And there's like a sequence where he does like a super kick into like a running like high knee sort of jumping knee. And I was just like, I wonder, and the tassels, it doesn't help, the tassels help. And I was just like, I wonder if this guy's like a fan of the Elite and just doing a bunch of Elite work rate nonsense. Because he was at the time like during like peak New Japan, like almost like 2018, 2019, maybe not peak, but you know, certainly like peak a lot of the wrestlers. And I wonder how much he took in because he's really good. He's got a lot of moves and he hits them all really well. I think he can get even better. I think maybe there were some nerves, but I think once that confidence sets in, this guy is going to be next level.
I think he's gonna. I truthfully think he's gonna need to bring out the never open weight side of him to complete himself.
Sure.
Because obviously he's a big dude, and I think he needs to use that more. Because that's how he's gonna bridge his matches from big move to big move. Because you don't want to do, you can't do the spear then the big dive every time. You just can't do that.
Sure.
You're going to build to that spear. So I think you're going to need more of that because he can't, I don't think he has like every big high flying move in the arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the one thing I think once he adds that, he'll be golden.
Yeah.
Like it's very clear him and Shota are just going to feud forever and they're going to love every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why you wouldn't. You should love that. I think Tsuji's going to be an absolute beast. And the fact that they put him in LIJ is huge.
Yeah. I said that when Yoda Tsuji debuted, is that like, sorry, Naito. He is going to be the new leader of LIJ very quickly, very soon, I think. I mean, I think the running favorite for like the G1 Climax might be like Naito just because of the whole Sonata feud and going to Wrestle Kingdom. But even then, I'm looking at that and I don't see Naito winning. I honestly, like, I think the peak of Naito is winning Wrestle Kingdom in, what was that, 2020? I think that's the moment. We're never going to get that roll call. I know that Naito LIJ fans want it. I never thought we were going to get that. I think this idea of like, oh, he's going to win the G1 Climax and beat the title off Sonata, I honestly don't think so. I think we are in the tail end, the twilight days of Naito's career, and seeing Sonata break away and doing what he's doing, seeing Teton excel, seeing Yoda Tsuji come in and just swing that big dick energy around, like this is the end for Naito, and this is the dawn of a new age in Yoda Tsuji. Get gene blasted, baby.
I will actually be shocked if Naito doesn't win. Because, like, looking at who Sonata faces, no one makes sense other than Naito.
Sure. Story-wise, it makes sense. I'm not going to deny that story-wise it makes sense for Naito to win.
To me, if Yoda won, which he didn't, the ballsiest move was to do Yoda and Shooter.
Yeah, that would be super ballsy.
But it would have been, to me, this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
Actually, the only other person that makes sense. There's one more person that makes sense that I don't think anyone's talking about.
Taka Michinoku. You're right. I completely agree.
No, that is
Huh?
Will Ospreay.
Ooh, why is that?
Ospreay and Sonata have their history. They didn't get to play to it in the New Japan Cup like they were supposed to. That was going to be the next chapter, right? He was able to avenge that loss when he got his eye knocked out pretty much last year, which pretty much set him on his woes. He didn't get to avenge that loss. So I think that is the only other guy that right now makes sense to me. Osprey is still Osprey, but you don't do that, I think, unless he's winning or planning to resign.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give the G1 and a Wrestle Kingdom main event to a guy that wasn't. Oh, wait a minute, they just did that. Except they gave him the world title in the main event. So
That's a
I
great
don't
point
think
there.
signing matters to Gato. Right, Aussie Open?
Yeah. That's well, the tag titles is a different thing, I think. I think
They
that's
still should have signed them.
Oh, completely agree. But I think after like, I don't think they necessarily do that for the world title. Um but
I
that being
mean,
said, I think you're completely right that like unless Will Ospreay is re-signing and they know they have like an agreement that he's re-signing, he's not going to win the G1 climax. He's gonna if anything, if anything, he might lose to Omega again if they do that match and run it back at Wrestle Kingdom or something as
yeah.
like
I
3
mean,
or 4.
we say this right, but Omega and G1 World Champion's different. We watched Omega go into Wrestle Kingdom as world champion and leave. We watched Jay White go into Wrestle Kingdom and leave.
And if Sonata beats Osprey, that's him getting the revenge and almost finishing that story. And then Osprey leaves. That's a good point. That's a good point. But he doesn't want to live in America, Scotty.
Yeah, okay, but
The Brinks trucks rolls up into his driveway.
Pac doesn't. Pac has decided never to live here, and look at him.
That's a good point. That's a great point. All you gotta do is make the flight. That's fine. Anyways, yeah, I thought the show was pretty good, and I'm excited for this upcoming Friday, which is going to be New Japan, Noah, and All Japan all together again. Big time super show. A lot of different matches here, a lot of multi-mans here, so we'll just sort of roll right into what they
I'll
are.
never review it, but
We're probably, if anything, we'll do a quick thought like we did at the very beginning about the show. I mean, like I said, a lot of this is multi-mans. There's not a singles match.
There's one singles match, and
yeah. Ultimately, I think the most interesting thing is going to be the main event. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of multi-mans, but we'll see. Kickoff match is going to be Inoue, Black Manta Ray, Yo, Ruski Taguchi versus Super Crazy Alejandro, Seki Yoshioka, and Atsuji Toge. All right, nice little juniors bout.
how the fuck did Super Crazy get on this show?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Well, it looks like if Super Crazy got on the show because Noah fired all their young lions. Anyway, that
listen to our podcast next week with Justin Nipper.
Yeah. Well,
overseas PR for Pro Wrestling Noah.
To be fair, though, to be clear, we did not ask that question. Just to everyone else, we did not ask that question because as soon as it got off the air, like 30 minutes later, that news broke, and I texted you like, "God damn it, I cannot believe it."
Yeah.
But is what it is. But that stinks. Anyways, first match of the show: Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii versus Yoshiki Inamura, Daki Inaba, and Masakita Miya.
This match is beast.
Yeah, I mean this is beef. This is beef all over the place.
This is beefst.
This is the beef gauntlet that I want to see. this is what I want to see, baby. Kiyomiya and Ishii, I want to see them all the time. I want to see them all the time in the ring. Great stuff. Fujita and Zack Sabre Jr. teaming up against Chris Ridgway and Sean Legacy. All right. Singles match: Shota Umino versus Yoshitatsu.
Why did they do to my boy? Why would they do this to my boy? Yoshitatsu is so bad. And you know why they did it, right? It's because they're like, hey, people know who Yoshitatsu is.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this young guy beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. But man, my poor dude.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it, but oof.
I'm going to watch it too because My guy Shooter, but Jesus.
Amori and Shuji Ishikawa teaming up against Axis, Katsuhiko Nakajima, and Go Shiozaki.
This match will be very good.
Yeah. Amori and Ishikawa are doing pretty good in All Japan. Doing pretty good.
Yeah, Amori's fine. Ishikawa's beast. He's an older dude, but he goes in there and he hits people hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know this, Katsuhiko Nakajima and Go Shiozaki do that too.
Fifth match, Ren Narita, El Desperado, and Minoru Suzuki. Team Strong Style taking on the team of Naomi Team Fuji, Takashi Sugiura, and Junta Miyawaki.
Listen, I'm in anytime I read Takashi Sugiura, okay? Okay.
Yeah, he's our father. United Empire, Francisco Akira, TJP, Aaron Hanari, Great Khan, Jeff Cobb, all teaming up against Dan Tamura, Hikaru Saito, Riki Honda, Rei Saito, and Jun Saito.
I guess Ospreay's heading to AEW to build up a match.
Seems like it.
Nowhere to be found on the show.
Seems like it. Strong.
They'll start it off, and everyone else will make their way over after.
Strong probability.
Oh wait, isn't there like New Japan Road? So we're actually getting no one over.
What do you mean? New Japan Road 2s beforehand?
There's it's literally called New Japan Road.
Let's see.
It's an entire tour.
I don't think so, because I'm looking on the website and this was like the
June
first
10th, June 11th, June 13th, June 14th, June 16th, June 17th, and June 18th.
Well, that would presume that Ospreay's working these shows.
Not Ospreay. I'm talking about everyone else.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
the entire roster not named Ospreay.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Though
doesn't look
like the 18th has a fun match.
The 18th. I'm looking at the 17th. That's Collision, baby. 18th. Main event of the 18th show is Wato, Kojima, Tanahashi, Nagata versus Yuma and Zai, Aohagi, both Aohagis, and Kento. Whoa, what is this match doing here?
This is the Nagata produce show.
Yeah, this is this
because we also got Okada, Ishii, and Honma versus Desperado, Narita, and Umino.
Yeah,
you beautiful bastard.
Anyways, all together again. That multi-man should be good. That should be good nonsense. Yeah. Seventh match: Bushi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito versus Yuma and Zai, Suwama, and Yuji Nagata. I like Yuji Nagata. He's billed as New Japan, but we all know what's up with this guy.
Why is Bushi have to be here?
Because someone has to take the fall.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's very obvious. Someone has to take the fall.
Yuma and Zai could have taken the fall, but Yuji Nagata probably was like, no, he will not take the fall. That is my guy. I'm trying to poach.
Yeah. Like, you got Suwama, Yuji Nagata, and Yuma and Zai. It's, like, very obvious that Yuma and Zai should take the fall, but he is probably going to be the most protected man in a weird way in this match.
Suwama and Shingo is going to be beautiful. That's beef.
That's some beef. Eighth match.
Is this match just added?
What match? The eighth match?
The next match? Yeah.
It had to be. Maybe. Eighth match. Oh, yes. This got added today. Taka Michinoku, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Sonata versus Tadasuke, Yohei, and Jake Lee. That's right. Just 5 guys versus good-looking guys. That's what we got here, baby.
That's what puts butts in seats, baby. Where the hell is Taichi?
Where the hell is Jack Morris?
Why is Taichi and Jack Morris not in this match? Give the people what they want.
Upsetting.
Where the hell is Taichi?
You book Shawn Legacy, but don't book Jack Morris? What are we doing?
I guess Taichi said, you know what? I'll head over to I'll go promote Forbidden Door.
Taichi has a Forbidden Door match to book.
He sings on every show. The same song.
Is that possible? Could we have Taichi show up and maybe they're building Taichi for the KOPW title?
Let me look at 1 second. He's booked for the show the day after, so no.
Nah, dang. Well, the day after is Friday. He could, or Saturday.
Oh yeah,
that's
true.
Make that.
Maybe he's on his way to go build us a match.
KOPW? Eddie Kingston?
Eddie Kingston's currently getting better from a hernia, I'm pretty sure.
He's fine now. Maybe.
Oh,
Ninth match.
that's true.
Amakusa, Tsukio Iwagi, and Hiromu Takahashi versus Hayata, Rising Hayato, and Master Wato.
Why does Hayata have to ruin everything? This guy, man, he doesn't go away. Ugh. Everything else about this match is beautiful. And then you see that scoundrel. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
talking about a match with Master Wato. Oh, how the times have changed.
Yeah. But Amakusa's there, and we like him. He's fun.
Yeah, he floats.
He floats. I love his Ralph Wiggum dives. 10th match, main event, Kaito Kiyomiya, Kento Miyahara, I forgot that they do a flip for some reason on this website, and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kano, Yuma Aoyagi, and Kazuchika Okada. Kiyomiya and Okada on opposite sides, folks.
Yeah, that's what people are looking at. I'm looking at Kento and Okada on opposite sides, baby. Give me the best versus the best. They're not gonna, but give it to me. Give it.
I want Kano to just like destroy somebody. I want Kano to just like.
Congratulations! You just wish Kiyomiya his death again. You know who he's gonna kick, who he's gonna kill. Actually, Kano has already said that his enemies are Tanahashi, Miyahara, Kiyomiya, and Okada. So
interesting. That's interesting.
Hey, that's Kano, baby.
I was like, that's a bold move, Kano, but only you will say that. Only you're crazy enough to say something like that, Kano. Oh man, this man. I love Kano. He's fucking wild, dude. But yeah, all together again this Friday. I think it's on pay-per-view for New Japan.
Yeah.
I don't presume it's on Fight.
No, it's on double pay-per-view on New Japan World. I don't think they're touching Fight anymore.
No, and I presume also if it's on pay-per-view is it pay-per-view on New Japan, just pay-per-view on there? They're not having on like Wrestle Universe or whatever the fuck All Japan has. I don't think so. Anyways, it's $30. $30 All Japan again. Bunch of tags. I know it's a bunch of tags, but hey, someone's got to lose in these multi-brand promotion wars. Someone's got to lose. Impact against all odds. Any other thoughts? I should say about All Together again, Scotty.
No, but I did just read that we got a Gunther singles match on Raw that everyone's raving about.
I'll be the judge of that.
It was against Kevin Owens.
Okay, that helps. That helps. That immediately helps. Interesting. I will see how that goes. Anyways, Impact against all odds. They're doing another show.
This is how we're ending the show.
This is how we're ending the show. We're almost done.
This is how we're sending me off.
Yeah, we're sending you off into the sunset. To get your thoughts on Impact against all odds. What's the last match here? Perfect. Impact against all odds show happening on this Friday. It's on Fight. It's on Impact Plus. Check it out. It's not a pay-per-view. I believe it's another Impact Plus thing. Yeah, it's just.
Would anyone like to hear about my journey of buying the Impact Ultimate Insider thing?
Sure.
It's awesome.
Really?
$5.
$5, you say?
$5, and you get the pay-per-views, every episode of Impact, like old stuff. It's awesome.
You get the pay-per-views too?
Yeah. Well, I meant the specials. You get like pay-per-views after a while, I'm pretty sure though.
Oh, yeah, when they got re-uploaded or uploaded for the first time.
But like they run more specials than pay-per-views. So not bad. I paid $5 for the month, got 2 pay-per-views out of it.
And that's 10 years of wrestling.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Maybe do an Impact rewatch like everybody else is doing apparently.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, huh? It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Main event of this show against all odds happening in Columbus, Ohio. I was just in Cincinnati, Ohio for a wedding. That's fun. Steve Macklin versus Alex Shelley. We talked about it at the top of the show. Steve Macklin I'm more excited about his title reign right now. And Alex Shelley, he's a good wrestler. What could go wrong? This should be a good match.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one to book. Like I said earlier, Shelley will be the underdog, trying to win the world title for the first time in Impact. Work to that. It can make Macklin even more, because obviously he won't be losing, but should be really good.
You also have the first ever 8-4-1 match. Now, what the hell is this? Well, if you ever watched Warrior Wrestling, and I forget what their match called, but they had a match that was very similar to this. The match is for the number one contendership for Slammiversary. It starts as an 8-man. You have 8 guys, 4 versus 4. Whoever wins that 8-man tag, those 4 people will go on and compete in a 4-way match. The winner of that 4-way match will be the winner that goes on to Slammiversary to challenge either Alex Shelley or Steve Macklin for the title. Those people are, on one side, you have Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and Nick Aldis versus Moose, Speedball Mike Bailey, PCO, and Rich Swann. So again, one of these teams will be a 4-way, and then that person will be the winner going into Slammiversary. What do you think about this match?
Nick Aldis wins.
Interesting. You think Nick Aldis is winning the whole thing?
Slammiversary. Why bring him in at all?
That's a good point. I think the only other person I think has a chance of winning is Speedball. If I had to really break it down.
You'll know based off of the first match.
Yeah, the first half of this match. That's fair. And I'm not excited about a 4-way of Nick Aldis, Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, and Heath. I'll tell you that much. That's not a sexy 4-way in my opinion.
No, it's stinky.
But hey, if Nick Aldis doesn't get it, then I could see Nick Aldis doing a detour through I don't know, whoever loses the fall for his 8-man, Bully Ray. God, I'm doing I'm doing the New Blood Patreon series.
Yeah, because you hate yourself.
Because I hate myself, and it's what sucks about it right now is that I'm doing the post MSG show, which was Lifeblood and Flip Gordon versus Bully Ray and Shane Taylor and Silas Young and all his people. But post MSG is a Juice Robinson less Lifeblood. It's just Tracy Bandito's in Best of Super Junior, so it's just Tracy Williams and Mark Haskins against Bully Ray, and it's
just blood.
And it's just I'm losing my mind over these goddamn Bully Ray promos. Just God, I hate this man. Anyways, New Blood's a good series. You should listen to it. Anyways, other match on the show. Tag match. Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans taking on the team of Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo. At the same time, Trinity and Purrazzo, can they coexist? Because we know that Trinity wants Deonna's championship as they on their presumably going on the way to Slammiversary.
Yeah, they'll coexist.
I have a feeling they'll coexist. Do you think Trinity's going to go on and win the title at Slammiversary?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Why wouldn't she?
Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards. They're having a little match here. I don't know much about it. There's a confrontation about Yuya Uemura for some reason, and now these guys are wrestling. But I think these guys are both veterans of the locker room, obviously. I think these guys can both go. I think Eddie Edwards in this new heel role feels refreshed. Frankie Kazarian feeling good. Should be good. I think it should be a really good match.
Yep.
X-Division title match. Trey Miguel versus Chris Sabin, continuing where they left off at Under Siege. What do you think about this one? Will lightning strike twice for Trey Miguel?
I'd put the belt on Sabin.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Why run it back if you're not gonna?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. This is an interesting one.
Is that Madman Fulton?
Yes, it is. We have OVE reuniting once again. Sami Callihan reuniting with Madman Fulton and Jake Chris. Right, it is Jake Chris. Yes, Jake Chris, not his brother. Jay Chris reuniting once again to take on the team of the Design, Diener, Khan, and Alan Angels. Are you excited about the reunion of OVE? Take that as a no, folks. Take that as a no. Either he's
Jake Chris
frozen.
is the best wrestler in the match.
Jake Chris is pretty good. I think he's pretty good.
But that's like not ideal.
I mean, I'm excited to see Jake Chris versus Alan Angels.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll just do that as a lead up to match to the damn show.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that Thursday? Thursday. They might do it on Thursday.
That could be good. Next match, we have, against all odds, Impact World Tag Team Title match, ABC. Ace Austin and Chris Bay defending their titles against the Good Hands. Can you name the members of the Good Hands?
John Silver.
No.
John Schuyler.
Correct. And the other guy? I can give you his initials. Will that help?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
JH.
JH. No idea.
Jason Hotch, of course. Jason Hotch. John Schuyler will be on Friday. You're, of course, going to be your new Impact World Tag Team Champions. Can't wait.
Yeah, ABC.
This is a very wild one, and I don't know how to feel about this. It's a dog collar match between Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. I honestly don't know how to feel about this one. It's a dog collar match, and those have been pretty good. And
openly been on the show, absolutely dogging on Killer Kelly's wrestling ability. So
I was going to say that I like dog collar matches. Masha Slamovich is a good wrestler. However, I think Killer Kelly stinks. So I don't know how to feel about this one. This is a shrug on my shoulders.
Speaking of stinks, look at that digital media title match.
So the last match before Scotty goes on vacation, digital media title match, Joe Hendry versus the heel Dirty Dango, continuing where they left off at Under Siege. You excited about Dirty Dango versus Joe Hendry?
We've talked about a lot of matches today, and there's no match that is a bigger guarantee I won't watch than this one.
And you're watching Yoshitatsu versus Shota Umino.
And I'm watching Yoshitatsu versus Shota Umino. I'm watching Yoshitatsu. Oh, boy. The real WWE cast off. Like that Dango. Sorry, Dirty Dango.
That's it for the show. That's
all, folks.
What a show! I can't believe we got all through all of that in practically 2 minutes exact.
That was crazy. We're gonna be back next time. I'm back on this show. I'm back.
We'll back.
Collision and previewing Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Yes. So again, next week, folks, on the Sunday show, we will be releasing on the podcast feeds, of course, our interview with Justin Nipper. He is the overseas PR rep for Pro Wrestling Noah. He is also a staff writer for the Wrestling Observer. So we had a sit-down interview with him to talk about Noah and pretty much Noah and all different aspects of that. And that interview will be coming out this Sunday. So again, make sure you subscribe to the podcast feed, the audio podcast feed, wherever you get listened podcasts, whether that be Spotify, whether that be Apple Podcast Player, whether that be Google Play, wherever you get podcasts. We'll also have the YouTube version, so you can go check out our YouTube, which is Count Out. I believe you just Count Out. Count Out Wrestling Podcast Network, and you can listen to the interview there as well. Scotty, anything to plug, and what is your match of the week?
Follow me at Scott E Wrestling on Twitter. In terms of content, I'll be not doing much. I think I've recorded something for all my shows though. So all my weekly shows, so that'll be done. There will be a new Stardom Road next week. That's already recorded. That's in the bank for the people. Uh we'll have obviously the interview with Justin. And yeah, I'll also have that I'll have something from my Joshi show as well. I don't know what yet. I forget what it is. Oh, it's like a look at the scene, the Joshi scene, heading into the second half of the year. So that'll be a two-parter going out this week and next week. But yeah, I'm going on vacation. So the only thing I'll be doing wrestling wise is watching it. I'll be a fan from afar. And thankfully, I'm going away on a weekend that's not a lot's happening altogether against it. So worked up. Sorry. And against all odds. Sorry. Apologize. My bad. My bad, folks. But yeah. So looking forward to that. And I guess my match of the week would be. Oh, shit. What is my match of the week since the last time we talked that we didn't review?
That's a great question, Scotty.
Ooh. Fuminori Abe and Takuya Nomura versus Daisuke Sakamoto and Yuji Okabayashi.
Is this a big Japan match?
Oh, that's a big Japan match right there.
Whoa.
Bringing the big Japan back.
Scotty, big Japan fan over here.
I literally only watch those four guys.
That's fair. That's a fair point. While you're on vacation, Scotty, will you be watching Spark Joshi Pure Wrestle of America? I'll take that as a no comment. My plugs. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Knightsey. You can follow the whole show at CountOutPod. I will planning on having the fourth and final episode of New Blood this Friday. That's my plan. It's on, again, patreon.com/countoutpod. It's on the $5 tier. I've got a little news thing about the $5 tier as well in a moment, but I'm planning on having the fourth and final episode of New Blood out this Friday. It's a doozy. It's going to be, the plan is post MSG April of 2019 to the pandemic. That's the chunk of time I'm trying to watch and research. I have all the researching. I just need to watch. And that plan is to get all that done before Friday. So that's the plan. So ideally, we have this big chunk of the rest of Lifeblood and summing up the whole thing and summing up this whole connection and doing all that stuff. So that's the plan. Other than that, if that doesn't come out Friday, it'll come out later or I'll split it up or something. I don't know yet. But the plan is that's coming out on Friday. What did come out today was the very first episode of Season 2 of Ryan Hasn't Seen Anything. It was a match that, yes, I have never seen before in my life. Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada 2. We watched along that match. I think we have a great season of matches in store for you. There are a lot of matches that we loved. There was a couple of matches we thought stunk ass. There were a couple of matches that were just fun to laugh at. But I think this is a very interesting season. A lot of matches. There is definitely a couple matches I think most people have not seen. There is 100% guarantee, Scotty, that there is at least one match this season that no one has seen. I think that's fair to believe. I think that was episode 3, maybe, or episode 4. But definitely, there's at least one match that no one has ever seen, and they'll probably be watching it for the first time ever. So definitely check out that match. We have an exciting season coming up, so definitely check it out. I said there's a little teaser about the $5 tier. So just starting Patreon had a new feature where you can sign up for the $5 tier on our Patreon page. Again, patreon.com/countouppod, where you can sign up for the Patreon $5 tier for 7 days for free. So you can get all the content that we have on the Patreon for free for the first 7 days. After that, of course, you will be charged for those $5, but think of all the content you can watch in 7 days, folks. First season of Ryan Hasn't Seen Anything. The first episode of season 2. And if you time it right, maybe a bunch more. New Blood, if you time it right. You can get all of New Blood in there. All of our other network shows in there. Your Dose of Death. Okada Shorts, the drop when they do their Drop Your Shorts special shows. All the other content I have in there. And all the content to come I have in there. So yeah, if you're interested in taking the Patreon and want the most of your money there, get the first 7 days for free. Check it out. Take a dip in the water. It won't bite. My match of the week. I think that's all my plugs. My match of the week is going to be, of course, it's an old one. It is from June 5th, 1989. Scotty, I wonder if you've seen this one. This is from All Japan. This is Jumbo Tsuruta versus Genichiro Tenryu in the Triple Crown title match. This is one of
the anniversary match.
This is the anniversary match. This is all-time classic right here. This was a fucking boy howdy crazy ass match of just hard-hitting, non-stop action, and the crowd going nuts, baby. That's what I like to see. The crowd going nuts.
What did we get for a rating?
4 3/4. I was a baby, but I went 4 3/4.
Wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough for Ryan.
I was a baby.
My real match of the week was Across the Spider-Verse. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you again this Sunday. Is the Justin Nipper interview. We'll be back talking to you live in 2 weeks after that. Until then, goodbye, everybody.